依然。
We'll get those suckers!
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this!
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
我觉得我们要先点这边的，我先看一下。这个其实也要欸。
Track him to the ends of the earth.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
游击兵。
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell. It was tough to stay on a true course, so we kept an eye out for landmarks.
Okay.
It was autumn. The maple trees were in full color, red as blood.
我靠！
The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
Bury them in the swamp. Let them where they stand.
Except for some bitches ahead of me wanted to do me harm, so I had to face them alone. I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet, but I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends. The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
Hell's a-coming. You think I don't see you? I'm blowing your ass up. Is coming for you.
And my reinforcements was nowhere to be seen. Point being, I was under serious attack.
Kill that goddamn bounty hunter!
在哪里啊？
Bury him in the swamp! Somebody kill that sumbitch!
But luckily, a barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better view. But just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running for the bushes. Of course, I followed them. But that goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was. Steve? Steve?
Huh?
Wait.
Oh, no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
Indians?
They were Indians.
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
So, where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a brother is a very sacred thing. It's a bond like no other.
Bounty hunters! Stop that sumbitch!
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet. But I did find a few of their cousins. You Kansans breed like rabbits. More Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what.
这要也太猛了吧！
Bounty hunters! Stop that sumbitch! Surprise! Kill Green! Gonna blow you that quick, boy!
But hell, what's more important than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
Let's see what you got. Too many men. Dynamite! Oh, he's hurt now. Somebody kill that son of a... think I winged it! Kill that goddamn bounty hunter!
他穿墙哎！
Let's do this!
哎，他还穿墙，有够变态的。
Face me, you coward! You can't get me! Oh, now what?
这个任务还没有指示，麻烦。
Dead man! I hit him! Oh! I son of a bitch! I shot son of a bitch! Cut him down! Sorry, son of a bitch! I'm just getting started. You ain't seen the likes of me.
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them. And that's when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps?
Guess it floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was then that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high, and those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting at me, I thought I saw some familiar faces.
Shoot it! I'm ending you. This son bitch is pissing me off! Son of a bitch! Gonna be loud! You ready to fight a bomb? You think I don't see you? Time for you to go.
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am, Ben. I set out to do something. I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
Better hide. Brother, I'm gonna make you pay for that. You can't hide from me. You will rule the day.
对，枪战肯定超多，那子弹给那么多。
Right about then, much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them. After
他就有
months
说
of
走
dogged
失啦，可
pursuit.
是我们的伙伴就四散了，这样。
But it turned out that they had me.
Take him out! I'm sending you to hell!
The Daltons had played me
Not so
like a
tough
fiddle.
after all, is it?
Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
You're
What I'm-
talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God,
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But somehow I managed to finally disembark. It was time to settle this once and for all.
Someone kill that bastard! I see him!
我希望整场都用这个来打人。
Bury him in the swamp!
也太不准了吧，这个。我的子弹要躲闪。
Bob and Grat weren't about to come at me one at a time. They were in this together. Two brothers side by side, determined to take me down. Confident that this time the odds were on their side. They got it wrong. A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds. Paroled 14 years later, he moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day. And the tragic death of his two brothers.
你们觉得要先点完这里，还是要？去看一下，要先走完枪手，就这个就是小枪嘛，还是要点这个？这个好了，先走完这个。
My own brothers died tragically as well, truth be told.
对啊，第7章。
It was 1868, and me and my older brothers were pulling a tidy profit running cattle into Juarez, Mexico. One night after my brothers retired for the evening, I found a little poker game in a cantina with a couple of cowboys. And I just couldn't lose. I even won an old Spanish coin that had to be 100 years old. Well, I was mighty pleased with myself the next morning as my brothers and I rode for Texas. But before we crossed the border, those cowboys caught up with us. It was Johnny Ringo, Roscoe Bob Bryant, and another asshole named Jim. They wanted their money back and everything else we had, including our lives, as those boys didn't want us coming for them later. Bob put that old Spanish coin in my mouth and said, "I won't have it said that I left you with nothing, boy." Well, those horses bolted, and there we hung as those bastards rode away. The branch finally snapped under the weight of the three of us, but being my older brothers were bigger and heavier, they were already dead. And right then I swore to myself that I would avenge them. Ringo you know about. But Bob eluded me, until I heard he was riding with the Wild Bunch. I'd been on their trail for months, ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains. Led by Butch Cassidy, they were a loose association of outlaws who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the Sundance Kid, and that murderous hombre I was tracking, Roscoe Bob Bryant.
Were you a part of that giant Pinkerton posse after the Wild Bunch?
No, boy. A circus like that would have slowed me down. Besides, I wanted Bryant all to myself. I'd heard about a large shipment of gold being transported to Wilcox, Wyoming on the Overland Flyer. They blew the bridge with the intention of forcing the train to stop. I was determined to make that sumbitch Bob pay for what he did to my brothers.
本来是要大战的，短管步枪也是什么？
I found the device they used to blow the tracks, so I knew I was headed in the right direction.
My ears are still ringing from blowing up that bridge.
Well, I made my way off unscathed and came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice but to dispatch them. From there, I had to negotiate an even more precarious route. But first, I would need to get my ass out of there. jumped from the frying pan into the fire as the train was clearly fixing to fall. I had found the gang, but in order to find old Bob, I needed to fight my way forward past a whole passel of desperados. Outside, inside, any way I could, I made my way towards my prey.
哦，还没死，我以为他死了，吓我大跳。
Well, what about the passengers?
It was mostly a freight train, as I recall. There were no passengers aboard that day. As I mentioned before, I am not fond of heights, but I was too busy dodging bullets to worry about falling to my death. Odds were I was likely to die that day anyway, so I was determined to take down as many of those bastards as I could.
That's right! Run!
我在这。
Times it was like shooting ducks in a shooting gallery. The only difference is these damn ducks shot back. I kept hoping the law would show up and give me a hand.
You mean like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read about? Did they come riding in,
这么可
guns
爱的衣
a-blazing
服
to help?
分享一下。为什么他有马吗？我也要，我他们都有马呢，很瘦嘞。哎呦，我队友哎，我有吗？还是那不是我？
Help? From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the wild bunch all by my lonesome.
没有，
As usual.
根本没有队友。
Take cover! Retreat! Retreat! He's killing everybody! You're dead. He'll kill us all! You must like this. Ah!
好，我激战完这关再看。
Gonna make you good.
My guess is those dime novels didn't portray this as it happened, did they? Only a few stragglers were left, and I had to cut them down pronto if I was going to stay on old Bob's trail. Once I silenced all those guns, I went searching for my nemesis, determined to finally have my justice. But the only survivor who welcomed me was George Flat-Nosed Curry.
Who was he?
The fastest gun in the gang. Right after Sundance, I mean. And Kid Curry, and maybe Elsie Lay. Though some folks might dispute that.
哇，太早开枪了。哎！
On that very same day, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid decided to leave the Wild Bunch behind and decamped for South America. They ended up living down there for many years, but I'm sure you already know all about that.
看一下，然后看来我们跑得完，就是再跑2张应该可以哦。我是呼啊呼啊的，呼啊呼啊的衣服诶。
I tried to find Bob Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared. Sometime later, I heard the Wild Bunch was back together. Kid Curry escaped from jail, and now he was running the whole shebang. So I took to their trail, as I was still in pursuit of my brother's killer and hoped that he was back with them.
That Kid Curry's kinda crazy, ain't he?
Don't let him hear you saying that.
Anyways, I tracked those boys to a camp right outside Parachute, Colorado.
Who's shooting at you? We're under fire!
Being outnumbered, I didn't bother with a warning shot. I just started taking those bastards down.
It's you or me?
Old Bob wasn't among them, and neither was Kid Curry. I could sense him close by, however, plotting something nasty. I just needed a clue as to their whereabouts.
这看起来很猛，用用看这个。
And I found one. A map with their bold plan clearly marked. This time they were fixing to blow up a train trestle. Property of the Union Pacific. The plan clearly indicated how they were fixing to undermine several of the weakest wooden supports. Kid Curry was considered the wildest of the wild bunch. It was said that he fathered 85 bastard children, though some say it was only 5. Kid Curry had bragged to a whore how he was gonna rob a train heading to the U.S. Mint in Denver. And that whore, Fat Sally, she told me. The bridge was rigged with dynamite, so I decided I'd best be careful confronting those bastards. A moment later, I saw a ladder that somehow had escaped my attention.
屁啦！
Don't you blow us up now.
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. But the Wild Bunch did not take kindly to my presence and attempted to blow my head off. It appeared the kid had found a number of new recruits to bolster their ranks. Guess there's always desperate men willing to trade their lives for stolen treasure.
What happened next?
Well, having removed the first bundle of dynamite, I decided I might as well remove the other one.
我靠！
Once that was done, I figured I'd find my way from there.
Catch him in the crossfire.
Get out of here, you coward! I'm gonna blow your damn head off. I'm still standing.
So, what happened then?
Had to remove more of that damn dynamite.
都不会打到这些炸弹吗？
It must have been terrifying trying to make your way across.
I was sweating it a bit, but then I noticed a footbridge tied up on high, so I shot the rope.
Now you're really pissing me off! Give it up there, and I'll let you go!
So that was all the dynamite?
Funny you should mention that, darling. As actually, there was a 4th charge impeding my progress. Once I removed it, my path was pretty clear.
Death is coming.
他看后面那边都没伤害耶。
I'm like he's scared. Somebody really pissed this son of a bitch off. Let's do this. I'm putting you down.
So I proceeded onward and realized that that way just wasn't gonna work. I needed an alternate path forward. Luckily, I found a cave, and as I made my way back to the bridge, I saw something that concerned me. It was a long, burning fuse, and it was moving fast as hell. I had to catch it. The burning fuse was so damn quick, I had to run like the wind. I almost had it, but no. Thought I was gonna have a coronary when I lost sight of those sparks. My heart was pounding like a sledgehammer. I knew that failure meant boom. Then, finally, at the last moment.
不是他不让我猜耶。哦，是这个哦。
Of course, I was successful, or clearly I wouldn't be talking to you folks here today. Naturally, I removed the last dynamite charge. Well, it was a touching reunion. But by this time, I was thoroughly exhausted and dragging my ass, as I was not a young man anymore.
哎呦哎呦！
Kill that SOB! Make him bleed! Send him to perdition!
Finally, I found those boys.
根本没有看到
Or
任何
more
人。
precisely, they found me.
He's crazier than Kid Curry asked me! Nuttier than a damn fruitcake! Son of a... Cut him down!
Just when I thought things couldn't get worse, Kid Curry opened up on me with a goddamn Gatling gun. It was hidden in this tunnel and pretty well shielded.
问号。看来又是要慢慢贴的那种了。
You bastard! It's crazier than a shithouse rat. You can't hide from me. Stupid contraption! You can't beat me! Enough! Do you know who I am? Shit! I gotta reload?
Luckily, I had located some dynamite. I still, however, had my work cut out for me.
Guess you had enough, huh? This is the last mistake you'll ever make. Hold it off while I reload. Oh, it's not fair. Time for you to lay down and die.
要白痴。 是不是要里面一点？哦，不行，他就是那2个去那个。
What are you, Yella? Time for you to lay down and die. Am I out of bullets already? Ah! This is the last mistake you'll ever make. It's not fair. God damn it, I need some help here. Come on, boys. Take this some bitch out. Are you kidding me? Do you know who I am?
上面的人是多硬啊！
You'll ever make. Move it, boys! Hold him off while I reload. Time for you to lay down and die.
Oh, 没有炸药嘞。
You can't hide forever. Stand still so I can kill you. Shit! I gotta reload? Are you kidding me? Do you know who I am? I think he's scared. Ow! You can't beat me, beef fat bastard. Give me a hand here, goddammit.
You're gonna bleed!
Oh!
Gonna cut you. Eventually, I brought that tunnel down. And that's when I met Kid Curry himself. He had decided to stop pussyfooting around and deal with me personally. Come here.
他刚刚打那么久是？
As fast as he was, I was just a bit faster. And as he lay wounded, I demanded to know the whereabouts of Roscoe Bob Bryant. He shouted at me. Is that what this is about? Bob went with Butch and Sundance to South America. You ain't never finding him. Those were his last words.
我在想，哦，再一张好了，再一张。
So, Bob Bryant got away?
I knew I'd never find him in South America.
What about the other killer?
Yeah, you kinda glossed over that one.
Well, I found Jim not long after my showdown with Ringo. At the time, he was riding with the James Younger gang. Did I neglect to mention that?
Jesse James? The greatest outlaw who ever lived?
Jesse and his kin rode with Quantrill when he raided Lawrence, Kansas, and killed near 200 people, boy.
Nothing great about that.
And from there, him and his brother went on to rob banks and trains from Kansas to Missouri.
Which is why there was such a rich bounty on their heads. 40 grand for both of them, dead or alive. That's one hell of a payday. I confronted them as they were robbing a train. Bullets were flying at me from every which way. But I knew I'd have to fight my way forward if I was gonna find this gem.
还是快速装填还要自己连打，好麻烦。
Now, wait a second. How'd they stop this train in the first place?
Well, the James boys were experts at this.
又倒退。不会是卡鲁吧？我的好兄弟。
They hopped a freight train, having heard there was a big payroll in the express safe. So, I hopped the same train.
What the heck just happened?
The James Younger gang was decimated after that little fiasco they had in Northfield, Minnesota. So Jesse needed more men and took on the killer I was after, along with a host of others. I was hoping to find my man and put a bullet in his head. Climbing around that train, I must have swallowed 100 damn bugs before I reached
James
that...
Younger gang pulled the first train robbery west of the Mississippi.
Sounds like you hold them in high regard.
Everyone knows they were the most famous outlaw gang ever.
And you took them all on by your lonesome. Again. I'm finding this all a little hard to swallow, friend.
Well, maybe you need to wash it down with some whiskey. By the way, did I mention that that train was flying down those tracks like a bat out of hell?
我靠嘞！我怎么没看到？
It was a rickety ride and quite precarious.
Dynamite! Your luck just ran out. Is that dynamite? Oh!
找不到那个人。
Murderous bastard! I'm gonna cut you in two.
Anyway, excuse me, Ben. Where would I find the gentleman's facilities? Suddenly I have an urgent need to drain my one-eyed snake. Well, I've had more than a few drinks, and I've been sitting here for quite a spell.
Right through there. Let me show you.
I never heard so much malarkey in my life.
You think he's bullshitting us?
You don't think he's Silas Greaves?
I think he's just some old drunk looking for some free liquor.
I don't know, Jack. I think I believe him. You don't think he met Jesse James?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That story makes no sense at all.
Jack.
I mean, you gotta be 2 bricks short of a load to believe that cock and bull story.
I don't agree.
Jack, lay off the bar.
But you seriously think that tired old man went toe-to-toe with Jesse James?
Well, that's better. Did I mention that this Jim was married to the infamous Belle Starr? Of course, I didn't learn that until later. Anyway, I made my way forward the best I could. Around the sides, over the roof.
You know who we are?
At some point, some sumbitch saw me and shouted out, "It's the damn Pinkertons!" It was definitely safer on the inside of the train.
还是可以打破的。
At some point, some sumbitch saw me and shouted out, "It's the damn Pinkertons!"
It's a damn Pinkerton!
Now, I never worked for that lying cocksucker, but I guess they assumed I was one of his assassins. Those evil bastards firebombed Jesse's mother's house and killed his stepbrother. It was no wonder each and every asshole on that train wanted me dead.
Everybody's always mistaking you for somebody else, aren't they? Why is that, I wonder?
Don't rightly know, Jack. I'm just telling you how I remember it.
I bet you are.
Kill that missing!
啊！我靠，抢走也不行。
He'll kill us all!
开始臭了，开始臭了。
Beat that son of a bitch! Kill that cocksucker! mess with us! That's right! Run! Shoot that stupid son of a bitch!
Of course, I didn't learn that until later. Anyway, I made my way forward the best I could. Around the sides, over the roof. At some point, some sumbitch saw me and shouted out, "It's the damn Pinkertons!"
It's the damn Pinkertons!
Now, I never worked for that limey cocksucker, but I guess they assumed I was one of his assassins. Those evil bastards firebombed Jesse's mother's house and killed his stepbrother. So it's no wonder each and every asshole on that train wanted me dead.
Everybody's always mistaking you for somebody else, aren't they? Why is that, I wonder?
Don't rightly know, Jack. I'm just telling you how I remember it.
那个不是死了？
You don't want to mess with us! Yeah, you know you can't beat me.
I bet you are.
You know who we are! Just shoot him! He's nothing but a coward! You can't fight the James gang! Kill that pissant! That's right! Run! Son of a bitch! Die, you bastard!
I came across a flat car piled high with logs and had to come up with a creative way to make my way forward. Right about then, I was attacked by some asshole on a Gatling gun.
Yeah, seems like you run into a lot of them.
Asshole?
Gatling guns.
Yes, I did. Now, I don't remember how I took it out. It was either a bullet or dynamite.
Where would you find dynamite?
Does it really matter, Jack? You're messing with the flow of the story here.
Gotta reload again! Well, what you
他这边要怎么打啊？没有倒他欸。靠！哦，那里就最近了，看不到啊。要不要重走吧？我的发。
Right about then, I was attacked by some asshole on a Gatling gun.
Yeah, seems like you run into a lot of them.
Asshole?
Gatling guns.
Yes, I did. Now, I don't remember how I took it out. It was either a bullet or dynamite. Right about then, I was attacked by some asshole on a Gatling gun.
Yeah, seems like you run into a lot of them.
Asshole?
Gatling guns.
Yes, I did. Now, I don't remember how I took it out. It was either a bullet or dynamite.
Where would you find dynamite?
Does it really matter, Jack? You're messing with the flow of the story here.
Gotta reload again.
哎，靠！那你怎么一直浮起来？我这一关臭死了！ 屁呀、没抓到。
I was looking for Jim and shooting any son of a bitch stupid enough to get in my way. And that included Jesse James himself. There sure were a lot of men determined to die that day.
God damn him!
It was then that Jesse detached the express car from the rest of the damn train. I could see Jesse waiting for me, fixing to kill me so he could get away with all that money.
You had a showdown with Jesse James?
Of course he didn't. Everybody knows that Jesse was killed by Bob Ford.
Yeah. Jesse went out like John Wesley Hardin. Coward shot him in the back of the head.
Guess it doesn't matter how far you run, does it, Ben? Your past always catches up with you.
Wow. 急了，又急了。哎呦！
Yeah, I didn't kill Jesse James. Just wounded him bad enough to convince him to hang up his guns.
What about that Jim fella? What happened to him?
I figure he was up front with a gun to the engineer's head. That bastard slipped away again. I'll tell you how I got him. But first I need to wet my whistle.
好臭的一关。好，我先看完前面的动画。哦，其实不用诶，这边进去应该就可以了。
After my showdown with